Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Putri Nashiroh. Here, I will present the result of the analysis of a short story entitled A Temporary Matter by Jumpa Lahiri. Okay, let's get started. Before that, let's discuss some important points in analysis. What should be analyzed? The first thing I will analyze is the term, character, setting, and plot. What is theme? The theme is the main idea or the basis for the story being spoken, used as a basic for composing poetry, and so on. The second is character. Character and characterization of the definition of a story character, both their physical and mental states that can change, their outlook on life, their attitude, their belief, their custom, and so on. Next, plot and setting. The plot is a series of events that are designed and woven in such a way as to move the storyline from the beginning, middle of the climax, and end of the story. And setting is a description of space, time, and atmosphere when an event occurs. Okay, because we already know about some definition that I will discuss. I will tell you a little synopsis of the short story titled A Temporary Matter by Jumpa Lahiri. A Temporary Matter by Jumpa Lahiri. Soba and Sukarno are a young married couple who had just been through a snowstorm which cut out the electricity for 1 hour a day. The couple haven't been close recently due to the fact that their baby died when it was born. Sukarno and Soba have both given up on looking after themselves. The snowstorm forced them to become close, and they find out secrets about each other that never knew. Sukarno admits that he saw the baby and it was a boy. He kept it from Soba all those years. Towards the end of the story, the power started to work again, and Soba announced that she had found another apartment to live by herself. In the end, Sukarno and Soba both weep together for the things they now knew about each other and how life wouldn't ever be the same together. There's only a little I can describe. If you want to full story, I'll save the link in the description. And now, analysis character. Soba and Sukarno. Character Soba. In the short story, Soba was only expressed as a woman who had given up on herself after the baby died. Before the baby, she would always put her coat on the hanger, her sneakers in the closet, and she paid bills as soon as they come. After the baby, she had lost herself. And Sukarno expressed her as looking 33, like the type of woman she once claimed she would never resemble. When Soba announced that she had found an apartment, it meant she should no longer live in a world of grief and had to move on with her life. And Sukarno's character, Sukarno became an unmotivated graduate student that wished Soba would give him attention and love he longed for. He wished that things could go back to the way they once were before the baby died. How long it had been since she looked into his eyes and smiled, or whispered his name on those rare occasions they still reached for each other's bodies before sleeping. Now setting. The setting of a temporary matter is mainly set in Soba and Sukumar's 3-bedroom house that is not far from a tram stop and near a small strip of shops. At the beginning of the short story, there had been a snowstorm which affected the power going out every night. The story is written in third person with a cultural background. Next, plot. Plot 1. Soba start the game having to tell each other about each other's secrets when the power gets up. And plot 2. On the second night, they told story of the bad things they had done. An intermediate plot. The first night, the electricity goes out and they remember the story about falling in love and about to marry her. In plot 3, their games come to sudden and because the power is restored one day early. Soba tells him she is moving up. And climax out. Heartbroken, Sukumar reacts by telling him the gender of the baby which he did not want to know. In resolution, they cry together because of what they already know. And this is all I can say. I'm sorry for the shortcoming and error in the pronunciation and delivery. That is all and thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.